else is absolutely great.
Definitely not this fucking show.
Are you sure about that? I was going to lead in and detail that this was probably the best wrestling show I have ever seen in my life.
And I probably send you into a mental institute because this was awful. I wanted to die many of times.
I to be completely honest, I lost all feeling by 10:30 Eastern Standard Time.
There you go.
Yeah, there
the
is
show
no
just got
wanting
started.
anything anymore.
I realized the show was shit after the AJ Styles match, so that's something.
I realized it beforehand, but I still had the hope that Styles Nakamura could save it.
Oh, I did too. But then as soon as I realized that it didn't, that's when I lost all hope.
I figure the best approach to take on this is to probably go through this whole thing. The pre-show was okay. Surprisingly, probably the second best match of the entire show.
I barely watched it.
Yeah, Bayley versus Ruby Riott, though, was probably the second best match of the entire show, and it was entirely average.
My God.
Yeah.
Would it really be the second best show?
Well, you could maybe argue third best. I don't know, the ending for Styles Nakamura dragged it down a lot for me.
Yeah.
But second or third best for an entirely average match that you could see on Raw any week.
That's just so sad.
Yeah.
My God. I don't even remember this match. I remember Ruby Riott won, though.
Yeah, she did after kicking the rope into Bayley's face and then hitting her with her enziguri where she holds the arm.
Bingo.
Yeah. So, first match of the night, which was actually really, really good and did not deserve to be on this show. Seth Rollins versus The Miz.
So yeah, let's get the positives out of the way of this show.
Seth Rollins versus The Miz happened. Now on to the negatives.
No, but this match was fantastic.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know. It's probably one of the best WWE matches this year. Easy.
I'd say it was
from the main roster.
Definitely, easily the best. One of the best one-on-one matches they've had all year. I don't know if I'd say it's better than the match Rollins had with Finn on Raw this week, but the two of them are very close to each other at the very least.
I'd say they're on the same level, yeah.
Oh. But no, it was great, especially with the whole first skull-crushing finale sequence where he tried to roll through into a victory roll, got picked up into the skull-crushing. I thought that was amazing.
That was great, yeah. That was great. Everything about this match was really great. And then...
Yeah.
Everything about it. Seth is probably the best wrestler in this company right now. Honestly.
Which is really impressive given how many fantastic wrestlers there are in the company right now.
Exactly. I mean, like, I want him to be Universal Champion. But I know it's probably not going to happen.
No, it can't happen. If Roman can't beat Brock, how is Seth going to stand a chance?
I'm sorry. How could I ever think that way?
Yeah. Roman is the best the company's got to offer, man.
I'm just a stupid mark.
Oh.
What am I supposed to know?
But no, the match was absolutely fantastic. Everything was super smooth. It was great.
It was.
Yeah.
And I thought this was going to be like the third best match in the show. Obviously, I was wrong. It was the best.
Yeah.
The crowd was into it all the way. And Seth is like... remember when he first turned babyface and everyone it was such a bad, they just did such a poor job with him, and now he's so over.
Yeah.
And that gauntlet match really changed everything.
The gauntlet match turned everything around for him. That was a big.
Oh yeah. And everyone liked him before, but everyone was liked him more as a heel, not as much as a face, and they realized how great he was. But that turned him around as a face. And honestly, I don't want him to turn heel anytime soon.
Yeah, no, he is organically one of the most over faces they have in the whole company. Arguably, outside of NXT, I'd say the only people you can argue that are more over than him are maybe Styles and Bryan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely not Roman.
I mean, don't let anyone in the company hear you say that. That's not true at all. He's entirely over. It's just a different approach. It's just the cool thing to boo him.
Yeah, they normally, like they say the night after WrestleMania, they normally they cheer who they boo, or they normally boo who they cheer, and cheer who they boo.
Yeah.
Which makes so much sense, right?
Yeah, which was why they were cheering for Rollins so much the night after WrestleMania.
Oh my gosh! And last week.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh well, it's not important. Credit to the Miz too, though. I don't think he's getting enough credit for this. It's going, Rollins, so great.
No, because everyone thinks of Rollins as the great wrestler, but nobody really thinks of Miz as like the workhorse, and he kills in this match too. He was great, and I was surprised too because I mean I love the Miz, but I don't really think I don't even think of him as like the workhorse, right? As like Finn was. So when I heard that this match was happening instead of Finn and Seth, I was like, damn it! But he held his own completely here, so.
No, absolutely. I do feel he's more of a character worker than an in-ring guy. But just a credit to him. Consistently, I find he has some of the best kickouts in the entire company.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah,
he's really great. Granted, I don't think he could have this match with everyone in the company, but still. No. We put him. He's like a Cena. You put him with the right guy, you're gonna have a great match. So.
Absolutely. I would say it's like 60-40, but Miz did do a considerable amount of work to make this as good as it was.
Yeah.
And then we move on to the second match.
Oh fuck, we got to move on.
We have to get to the negatives eventually, aka literally everything else. And I've just realized a problem. I've grown so apathetic to the show, I don't even remember what the second match was.
Nia and Alexa.
It was Nia and Alexa?
Yeah.
Okay. So Nia and Alexa. You know what? It wasn't terrible. In the grand scheme of things.
It wasn't like... could be as bad as Bryan and Cass.
True. I don't know. It's just hard to feel anything now about most of this.
I know. This show is a fucking clusterfuck. God damn. And it went on for 30 minutes longer. Which would be fine, but the matches were just so shit and everyone wanted to leave.
Yeah, no. The crowd was just so deflated by like 10 o'clock, and then the show just kept going.
Yeah. Like, why? We'll get to it.
We'll get to it. But Nia, Alexa, it was okay. Nia won with the Samoan drop. They didn't really mess anything up, but I do think their Mania match was better overall, but that wasn't exactly great either.
I don't even remember their Mania match, and
At least their Mania match had that fun moment where they screamed at each other. I can't tell you anything that happened in this match.
Okay, actually, I lied about Big Cass and Daniel Bryan. There was a match worse than this. And surprisingly enough, it was the other women's match. But we'll get to that, of course.
There's just too much to get to. Let me just see here.
What the next match was?
My brain is just trying to wipe this show from my memory.
Oh, God.
My brain is smarter than I am.
And it's like I went into the show like, okay, I'm not like super excited for this, but should be some good matches here.
Oh no, it had all the potential in the world to at least be a solid like B show pay-per-view.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. But there was actually some show notes that because I saw this before the show and I realized that AJ and Nakamura were going on third to last, which made me mad.
Oh,
But the agent or the producer for Miz and Seth was Tyson Kidd.
oh, fantastic! That explains a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's fucking. I guess he's an agent now. I didn't know that, but that was cool to see. And I guess John Laurinaitis did the SmackDown Women's match. I think
that explains a lot as well.
that explains so fucking much. Oh god. I mean,
So
Jamie Noble did the AJ Shinsuke match, and that ending was fucking awful. So
I don't think he was responsible for the ending.
I don't think so either. Poor bastard.
No.
Poor everyone involved in that feud. But we'll get to that. Can we skip this? Go to the next boring match.
Okay, well we're done with Nia Alexa. It happened. Nia won. She gave her speech about how she represents everyone who's been bullied ever.
It was so generic and awful.
Yeah. No, she was not prepared for that. That was entirely a company call.
So bad. It was just such cringe, and she didn't even do it well.
Yeah, and it completely goes against the reason anyone got behind her in the first place, which is that she's essentially the Braun Strowman of the women's division.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, now she's just the poor person who's got picked on her whole life, apparently.
I guess, even though she was The Rock's cousin or some shit like that.
Yeah. So next
but
we
her
got.
Life was so hard.
Yeah. But she's come back now, so good for her, I guess. Nobody reacted to anything she said.
Were they chanting I'm boring or whatever?
During the promo?
Yeah.
I didn't really hear anything. They could have been, but I didn't have my volume really up until Styles Nakamura, so I could make out the chants because I figured something was gonna go down with the crowd after that match.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, move on.
Okay, so after that, we had a match I was actually kind of excited for, and that was Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton.
I don't know why you were.
Their Royal Rumble 2008 match was solid.
That was 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was 10 years ago, but they're both more experienced now. I figured they could do
Jeff
more.
Jeff Hardy's older. Randy Orton cares less of a shit. Because they haven't turned him heel yet. So, yeah.
Doesn't matter. Even if you didn't expect anything, it let you down, I'm sure. It was.
I got as much as I thought I would get out of it.
It was a house show match. They just had a match you would see at a house show.
It was a match that happened.
Yeah.
That is what I'll say about it.
Which surprisingly describes a lot of matches on this card.
Fucking hell.
I just, I can't remember most of this match. It was just, Jeff does a move, Orton did a move, nobody cared about anything.
I just remember the swanton at the end and how it killed Randy Orton.
Yeah. Singular swanton bomb. If there's anything I can give it credit for, it was better than any of the matches Orton had with Jinder Mahal last year.
Oh my god. You don't have to say that again.
So, yeah, it was definitely an upgrade over the originally scheduled match for this show.
Oh yeah, that was. Oh my fuck.
Yeah.
They really want to fucking torture us. This show was awful.
Yeah. No, it was. So I've got a poll pulled up. Someone whose podcast I listen to does a poll after every show. And he does thumbs up, thumbs down. This show has a 96% thumbs down.
It deserves it.
With over 3,000 votes.
I don't know how you can fucking give it a thumbs up. Who gave it a thumbs? Who was the 4% to give it a thumbs up?
I don't know. I don't have a clue. It's all anonymous. It's just a click the button thing. I'm going to say that 4% of people missed the thumbs down button and don't know how to reverse their decision. That's what I'm going to go with.
Ugh.
But Jeff Hardy won. Nothing happened after he won. And then we cut to Elias in the ring.
Okay, this did not need to be here. This show went 30 minutes over, and this took up like a good 10 minutes?
I think it took up 20.
Exactly.
No, but I could tell it was a time killer segment as soon as the New Day came out.
Why did it need to be a time killer segment when the show went over 30 minutes? Why did it need to be a fucking time killer? There was no point in this whatsoever.
Get
it did
more
not get
people on the
anyone
card,
over.
I guess.
Fuck No Way Jose. He looks like John Jones. Fuck him. And fuck. I don't know. There's no one else I really hate out there besides No Way Jose. So.
But no. Nothing really feels like it doesn't really feel like anything's going to come of this.
Exactly.
Aside from maybe another Bobby Roode Elias match on Raw.
I can't wait.
But no, all this segment consisted of was Elias trying to sing, getting interrupted by the New Day, saying, okay, let me start over. Then he gets interrupted by Rusev Day, who got the loudest reaction of anyone that night. The whole show. And he's still not a face for some reason.
I don't get it. They're trying so hard to make him a heel. And he's not a heel right now. He is like the most over thing in the company. Easy. Easy peasy.
Something. Yeah. So they come out. Nobody attacks Elias this whole time, might I add. Like, you would think New Day would be upset that Elias just shut them down. But no, they just stand in the corner and don't say anything or do anything. Elias shuts down Rusev and Aiden English. He's about to sing again. Out comes No Way Jose with Titus Worldwide with Breezango. And
it was just something to give everyone, like, some people to do.
Yeah. And they danced around the ring. And then Bobby Roode showed up and hit Elias with a DDT. And danced off. And 20 minutes had passed.
It was awful.
Nothing will come of this. Aside from, again, probably another Roode Elias match.
Yeah. That's it, though. I have nothing else to say, so let's move the fuck on and get done with this goddamn piece of shit show.
Let me just pull this up. I think it was Charlotte Carmella next.
I think it was.
Oh, no, it was not.
No, it was Big Cass and
it was Big Cass versus Daniel Bryan.
This was a match.
This is Daniel Bryan's first singles match back after being gone for 3 years.
He faced AJ.
On pay-per-view. His first...
Sure.
Yeah, on pay-per-view. His first singles match after being gone for 3 years. And it's against Big Cass.
Big Cass is no bueno.
Truly the most worthy opponent for this situation.
Big Cass is no bueno. I'm just going to keep on repeating that until we end this fucking match.
Well, there's not really a lot to talk about with this match.
It went like, what, 7 minutes?
Yeah. No. If that. Like, I can't tell you anything that happened. Like, I kept just looking away from the screen because I was bored out of my mind, and then I look up and Big Cass is in the yes lock and he taps out.
Yeah, he just fucking taps out randomly. Like, there was no build to this tap. It was just a fucking a 7-minute match that started and then ended.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay. So we are now at 3 matches in a row that have essentially boiled down to they happened.
And like, that's 3 too many on a pay-per-view.
We are also now nearly 2 hours into the show.
At least we got Miz and Seth.
Hey. Part of me is mad that was on this show.
Part of me is happy that it was the only good thing that was on this fucking show, else I would have killed myself.
But no, again, part of me is mad that was on this show. If you took that out of this show, you would not be able to stop me from declaring this the absolute worst show in WWE history.
Exactly.
Over anything. But that match was there. So I can't say it's worse than December to Dismember, which this show absolutely deserves to be called worse than that.
Yeah, it's pretty damn close. That probably has worse this show had one worse booking decision than anything on December to Dismember. But Miz and Seth happened, so.
Yeah, no, Miz and Seth happened. And I'll probably have to pull up this show just to rewatch that in the future. Or, that's a scary thought. People will have heard of how bad the show was, and they'll refuse to watch any of it and miss that.
Or they'll hear how good this match is, and they try to watch the rest of the show and be like, "Ooh, fuck."
Yeah.
All right, let's just move on from this. Let's talk about Carmella and Charlotte, please.
Carmella and Charlotte.
This match was fucking awful and the worst thing on this goddamn show.
You think this was the worst thing on the show?
Yes.
Okay.
No, listen, the ending of AJ and Nakamura was probably the worst. But
I didn't even see what Carmella used to hit Charlotte before rolling her up.
She kicked her. She thrust kicked her in the knee, in the back of a knee.
That's it.
That's it. And
did she not cheat or anything?
No. Nope. So I guess Charlotte had injured her knee, and then she went for the moonsault, landed on the knee, and then Carmella thrust kicked at her in the knee, and then rolled up and won. It was literally fucking awful. Carmella is fucking awful at wrestling. She cannot wrestle. She's an awful champ, and Charlotte has to fucking deal with this shit. And I don't necessarily blame Charlotte on this one, but I mean she wasn't good too. This is an awful performance, and John Laurinaitis made this match. Fuck you, John. Anyways.
Here is a question I would like to propose. So, on this show, and on SmackDown, Charlotte has lost to Carmella.
Yes.
And this time it was a clean loss.
Clean.
This is the same woman who beat Asuka at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Yeah, ain't that fucking sad?
Yeah.
Ain't that a load of bullshit?
So, my question is this done because they were dead set on making Carmella champion and didn't want her to beat Asuka? So had Charlotte beat Asuka instead?
Well, and I also think that they like Charlotte Charlotte's their girl. And they felt the needs that hey, we can now that Asuka lost, we can book her easier because we don't have to have her win everything.
I don't know. It just seems like right now, given the booking, that Asuka's going to be the one to beat Carmella.
I mean, probably, yeah. But I mean, Asuka lost in a tag match 2 weeks ago on SmackDown.
Yeah, but she wasn't the one beat, so
she still lost.
I know.
But that just goes to show you that they felt like it was a crutch to have an undefeated. Yeah. So they just had her lose.
But now she's just like everyone else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots, this goddamn company. Jesus Christ. I have a headache.
But no, this match was really sloppy. It wasn't good, and then Carmella just wins.
Thrust kicks her in the knee and wins. A thrust kick. She can't even do a fucking super kick because she's ass cheeks.
Yeah.
Anyways. Let's move on to some more terribleness, shall we?
I don't know. Arguably the second best match on the entire show.
Sure.
Which isn't saying a lot, really.
Honestly, I was really enjoying this match a lot. AJ and Nakamura. But,
I wouldn't say I was enjoying it a lot. I'd say it fell victim to what their WrestleMania match fell victim to. They don't really seem to get going until the final 2 minutes of the match.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a slow build. They were building to it, but
No,
it just kind of
and
felt...
that works fine. I'm fine with a slow build, but you need to actually have some stuff after the slow build.
At least personally, I thought this was the best match of the three. I was really enjoying this match a lot, and then the ending. When has there been in a no DQ match that they're on the mat and they start counting to 10?
Yeah, if
When
typically,
has that ever happened?
I'll tell you the last time I saw it happen was like 2008, but they didn't even get to 10. They got to like 6.
Like, it's a no DQ match.
But it's not a disqualification. It's just a can they keep going sort of thing. Like if you can't get up by a 10, it's regarded as a TKO. Is what the rules state.
But this is an actual rule thing.
Yeah.
So I never saw.
Oh, no, no. WWE doesn't acknowledge the rules, so most people don't know what the heck that's for.
Listen, this was awful. Fucking Road Dogg runs this shit now.
No, it was exceptionally stupid. You change it to no DQ to give the impression we're going to have a winner this time.
And hey, was there a winner?
No.
I thought so.
It's a draw again. Just like it was at the freaking greatest Royal Rumble. Which I was fine with because that was essentially a glorified house show. This is a pay-per-view.
Ugh.
Which you've promoted and built up, or somewhat built up. This was a week's build.
What I loved was that they had a they had a double count out to set up a no DQ match.
Which has a different double count out.
Yeah. Fucking hell. This ruined the show.
Yeah.
This completely ruined the show. This ending.
And I don't even want to see Styles Nakamura anymore.
Yeah, you completely ruined it. How can you fucking ruin AJ Styles and Nakamura this bad? How is that even possible?
I don't know. I started getting flashbacks to like AJ's feud with Kevin.
Yeah. Well, that's when Road Dogg started fucking coming in and taking over SmackDown Creative, and now
his two absolutely fantastic wrestlers who, because of how the matches are booked, can't have great matches.
God damn it, Road Dogg, you fucking piece of shit. God damn. How hard is it? I don't get it. My head hurts.
Like, this was very simple. Just have the match keep going after that for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, for like 5 more minutes.
Yeah. Have Nakamura pull out some other cheap trick that isn't a low blow if you want Nakamura to win, and then hit the Kinshasa for the 3 count. And if you want Styles to win, have him somehow like counter the low blow into a Styles Clash or something. That's all you have to do. Just another 5 minutes and do one of those 2 things.
That's too difficult.
Yeah.
That's just way too difficult. My head hurts thinking about this match, honestly.
But hey, it's okay. We had Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Why did this need to happen? This match was nothing. It did nothing for anybody. Besides maybe the fact that it,
Except potentially break up one of the best teams on television.
I guess. Jesus Christ, help me.
And to fill time because the show wasn't long enough.
Yeah, because
we've got to have the Elias segment. We got to have this match.
This show needed to be 20 more fucking minutes long. Makes sense.
No, if you cut out this match in the Elias segment, you would have hit your 3 hours fine.
Easy.
Yeah. And I hate to say that because this is Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, 2 of my absolute favorites.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
But God damn it. God damn it.
No.
God damn it.
And
God damn it.
it's the exact same match they've had on Raw a couple of times now.
Except this time, Sammy and Kevin
fought each other.
Basically.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
God damn it.
So,
God damn it, God damn it, God damn it, God
small
damn it, God damn it.
thing I need to bring up.
God damn it.
And this might just be me, because I've never been a big fan of Bobby Lashley in the first place. Has he not been booked absolutely horribly since he came in?
Oh, yeah. No, I even agree with you, and I'm somewhat of a fan. I like Bobby Lashley. I think he has really helped himself in TNA. Really reinvented himself, but no, he's been trash.
All he's done in any of his matches is be the guy that gets beat down, or if he does get a hot tag, he'll hit a few clotheslines and a suplex.
No, yeah, he's
that is all I've seen of Bobby Lashley.
Like just the worst. He's been booked. He's just.
And his finisher apparently is the suplex.
I fucking guess.
Because he pinned them with it.
Yeah. Yep.
And apparently this is the guy rumored to beat Brock Lesnar. I don't want to see that match.
I would, but the way they've been booking him, I don't. Because they fuck him up every 2 minutes.
You know they keep putting out those polls on who they want to face Lesnar? They've put out these polls multiple times. Strowman keeps winning. Balor keeps coming in second place.
Of course.
And they keep putting out the polls.
You think Vince gives that much of a shit? He's like, I want Lashley. I want.
I mean, obviously not. But my question is, why do you keep putting out the polls? The answer isn't changing.
Yeah.
Do they think the answer is going to change with...
I don't know. I think they think that maybe if we do these, Vince will change his mind. Obviously, he's not. So this is breaking news. According to WWE's Facebook. Now, granted, this could be a work. We'll see. But breaking, Alexa Bliss suffered a shoulder injury in her match against Nia Jax. Let's see what they say. They say anything about contusions. Nope. It says Alexa Bliss suffered an injury to her left shoulder during Raw Championship match against Nia Jax at WWE Backlash. Bliss is currently waiting further medical evaluation.
I don't know.
So that seems legit.
Yeah.
Normally they say something like contusions, then it's fake as fuck. But it seems real.
Great. So one of the more popular female performers is out now for a while.
I don't think she's a great wrestler. But
no, I didn't say she was a great wrestler. I said she was a popular performer.
That's true.
Yeah. And
they got a lot of talent. They got Ember Moon.
I like Alexa Bliss, but she is nowhere near even being a great wrestler.
I would agree with you.
Yeah. But that's not important right now. We've got the main event to talk about.
See, I didn't think this match was terrible, but it was like they've had so much better matches.
Rest and the crowd did not care. At 11:20 p.m.
Yeah.
In your main event.
Started off hot.
After a show that, oh no, the opening was great. I'm like, maybe this can actually pull it back and do good things. And then Joe just kept putting on rest holds.
Yeah. He loves his rest hold boys. God damn it.
This is the main event of the show.
And normally that wouldn't be a bad thing, but since the show has already gone 30 minutes over.
It was already putting the crowd to sleep.
The crowd started chanting, "This is boring."
Yeah.
Like, dude, come on.
This is boring. A CM Punk chant came up for a little bit, and I normally would get upset about that. I'm not this time.
Yeah. Fuck this show.
Rusev Day chants after Roman hit a spear which shows you how invested the crowd was.
Yeah, the fact that this guy, I don't get it, man. I don't get the whole not pushing Rusev. He's so fucking over. They do this thing like even with Damian Sandow. Like when Sandow got over, he got over and he did everything he needed to, and then like they just won't push him.
Well,
It just makes no sense.
Zack Ryder, Damian Sandow, Rusev.
Yeah, the list goes on and on.
Yeah. If you're not someone they want to get over, they will ignore your reactions until they go away, or actively try to hamper the reaction.
Yep.
Yeah.
But Roman won. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, truly shocking. And this absolutely had to be the main event, you see, because after Roman won, he walked backstage. And this was very important.
Well, hey, listen. Would you rather have this?
No, that's what I thought about. I'm like, the only reason this would be the main event is because the other option for your main event ended in a draw. And if you did that, you'd probably end the show with the whole crowd chanting bullshit.
Yeah, you leave everyone home pissed off, and I think they were.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I mean, everyone was pissed off anyway.
That's what I'm saying. But they would have left even more pissed off if that was the last match. This show sucked.
Oh, absolutely.
I hated this show so much.
I
normally am the one that likes to defend. I don't even like to defend. I'm normally the one that does defend WWE because I don't think they're all that terrible, as a lot of people do. But this was fucking shit.
I just don't even know. Like, I thought Greatest Royal Rumble was going to easily be the worst show for the rest of the year.
Nope.
And then they...
Well, that's debatable. Greatest Royal Rumble... I mean, it had like a... I think it would probably be... It was a better show, but it didn't really have any like great match like we had with Miz and Seth.
Oh, no. I agree with that. I'm saying that I thought Greatest Royal Rumble would be the worst show of the year because I enjoyed every show prior to the Greatest Royal Rumble more than Greatest Royal Rumble.
I did too.
So I thought after Greatest Royal Rumble, okay, that was a fairly boring show, maybe a 4 out of 10. It's not gonna... I don't think they'll do much worse than this, especially with less pay-per-views this year. And then we got Backlash.
Well, it's because this show came 11 days after the fucking... Or was it 11 days, like 10 days or whatever? After 9 days. After fucking
9
Greatest
days.
Royal Rumble. 9 days. I don't even consider Greatest Royal Rumble a pay-per-view. I don't even know if I should consider this one.
WWE considers it a pay-per-view.
Well, I want my fucking money back.
They charged people... You could buy it on pay-per-view, the Greatest Royal Rumble. It's under their pay-per-views sections on the network. Yeah, they still do that. I think Greatest Royal Rumble was like $45 if you wanted to buy it.
Oh, that's just embarrassing. Who would buy this show? I really feel bad because I remember there was a stat like I think it was like after the Battleground 2015 when they still ran pay-per-views and they had a pretty stacked card. You had Cena, KO, and you also had Seth versus Brock. And it's a pretty big hyped up event and I heard I think I read like 70,000 people order that show on pay-per-view. And if you remember, that show ended with a match that didn't even have an official outcome.
Yeah.
So just imagine if you paid for this show.
Yeah. No, you might as well put Seth against Brock at this point. Brock's never beat Seth one-on-one.
You can definitely have a better match than Roman. Yeah. I mean, look at this shit with AJ that Brock did.
Yeah.
It's his best match that he's had since...
Well, that's because Brock... you can tell when Brock cares about his match.
Yeah.
He does not care about his matches with Roman at all.
Oh, and I think with Seth he probably cared. I think it was kind of, and that's kind of cool because he was excited to work with AJ. So
yeah.
And they put on probably Brock's best match since the Triple Threat Rumble.
Yeah. Well, you have to be very specific about what Triple Threat at Rumble you refer to now.
What's the other one?
Well, the other one was this year.
Yeah, that's right. It's Triple Threat Rumble 2015.
Yeah.
With Seth and Cena.
Yeah. Which was great.
Indeed.
Yep.
It's fantastic. One of my favorite matches. But his shit with his greatest Rumble match was absolute shit. It's literally the exact same as a Mania match.
Which was pretty much the same as their first Mania match, but nobody cared anymore.
Yeah. And that was but that was the thing with the first one, that everyone cared.
Yeah, no,
that's what made it
people
so great.
cared. People cared for the first one. I'm in the minority that didn't like it, but most people did, and most people cared.
Well, because everyone didn't want Roman to win, and it was just so great, and the crowd just wanted to see Roman get beat up, so that's what they did. But the problem was their second Mania match, they decided to do the exact same fucking match but worse.
Yeah.
Which, ugh. Anyways, I'm very tired. I'm very pissed off. This show was shit.
I don't even know if I'm pissed off. Like, I've just lost the ability to feel.
I'm so tired. I just want, I wish I was doing something else. But at the same time, what would I be doing?
The only thing that gives me hope in life anymore is that Omega Okada 4 is coming up.
Oh my god. Yes, please.
Yeah.
That I can't wait. Should be fun. Should be good.
Yeah.
Should be a classico.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Even if it's not, even if they somehow do a completely terrible match in comparison to all of their other matches, it will be at least 5 times better than this show was.
And there's no way that's happening, so.
Yeah.
At the very least, they're putting on a 5-star match.
At the very least, a 5-star.
And they've supposedly put on a bunch of 6-star matches, so that's saying something.
Here's the question: will it exceed 6 1/4 stars?
God, I fucking hate that shit so much.
The 6 1/4.
He just do what the fuck? You fucked up by making it the first one a 6. He fucked up. He should have just made it a 5. So now, when the second match comes and it's even better than the first one, it's like, oh shit, I got to put a 6 1/4. Just so people know that it's better.
But now you've got all sorts of weird ones, like the Omega Naito match from last year is 5 3/4.
What the fuck does that mean?
It's better than a perfect match, but not as good as Omega Okada 1, I guess.
I guess. I just stick to the fucking 5-star system.
Oh no, I'm never going to exceed my 10s.
Only one that I'll exceed is their Dominion match, because I thought it was the greatest match of all time.
Oh no, I'll say it's the greatest match of all time because I think it was, but true. I'll still, when I rank it, I'm not gonna go 11 out of 10. It's still a 10.
Yeah. It's still a 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
I think exceeding your maximum is a bit dumb, because then if something else comes along in the future,
exactly,
you have to further exceed the maximum.
Exactly, and that's where he fucked up.
Yeah.
You done fucked up, Dave. You done fucked up. You better give Carmella and Charlotte negative stars. That's all I gotta say.
Carmella and Charlotte negative stars?
Yes, you better. I'm giving it negative 2 stars.
Okay.
Out of the 5.
Okay.
Minus 5 stars. Wasn't that bad. I've seen much worse.
Oh no, I've seen far worse. I'd say if anything, it just reminded me of the women's matches from 2008 to 2012.
Poor bastards.
Yeah.
I guess that's our show, eh? We went over Backlash.
Yay. And this will be just as memorable as the show itself.